Last weekend marked the first time any of NASCAR's top 3 series have ever raced at the Daytona Road Course, and it was definitely a mixed bag. The weekend started with 2 good races in the ARCA and Xfinity Series, but was followed up by a mediocre at best truck race and a, for lack of a better word, meh Cup race. This has some fans calling the Daytona Road Course experiment a complete failure, which may be true, but I think there was some promise shown from last weekend, and today I would like to talk about the Daytona Road Course and what I think of its potential future in NASCAR. From the brain, seeing the beauty through the What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the video, and today we are going to be talking about the Daytona Road Course. I'm going to give you my opinion on last weekend's races in all 3, or I guess 4 series, and then I will be giving my thoughts and what I feel that NASCAR should do moving on with the Daytona Road Course. So be sure to let me know down below in the comments, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the Daytona Road Course? Should the Daytona Road Course, stay in NASCAR, or should it be given the boot? Whatever you guys think, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try and have a conversation with you guys. Also, if you guys are waiting on the Dale Jr. What If Part 2, we have hit somewhat of a roadblock. We can't really find time, me and Chinnery that is, to really work on it together. So hopefully we'll be able to get some time this week and to get it out by next week. But that is currently on hold. Part 2 will be out. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, be sure to go check out my What If Dale Jr. Never Left DEI after you watch this video. I'll have the link in the description, and maybe I'll put a card up here if I get enough effort on it. Yeah, I think that's really all I got. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below your guys' thoughts on this video. And yeah, that's all I got. So let's go ahead and get right into it. A lot of people, including myself, believe that the race is going to be a complete wreckfest because few drivers had ever driven the track before, and there was no practice prior to the race. And I thought it was going to be worse than the Charlotte Roval, to be honest, because the Charlotte Roval, at least they had practice, but no, you saw a lot of mistakes made at the Roval and a lot of cautions there. There were mistakes made, but it was really the complete opposite. There was not a lot of cautions, and the mistakes that were made were pretty minimal. I mean, the biggest mistake I can really think of off the bat is when Christopher Bell turned Kevin Harvick. That's really the main mistake of the day. I'm sure there were plenty more. I remember there's like some stuntman driving the 77. He went, through the grass or something like that. But besides that, there wasn't really all that many mistakes that were truly detrimental and really stick out as that just ruined somebody's day. But yeah, they drove very clean, as if they'd been driving their entire careers, and only the unscheduled lightning caution and Kyle Busch blowing his tire that gave me a complete heart attack. Those are the only 2 non-stage cautions throughout the race, and neither of those were because somebody missed the corner or something and took out a bunch of drivers. So it's always a good thing. But granted, I'd say the lack of cautions made this race pretty boring. It was pretty spread out, and at least Chase Elliott won, I guess. But if I were to rate this race, it'd be a 3 or 4 out of 10. And at least Chase won, I guess. But despite that, the passing wasn't impossible. There was over 3,000 passes made last Sunday. And I know that doesn't make for a good race. Just means there was a lot of passes made. But I found it interesting that when you compare it to the 2018 race at the Charlotte Roval, there were 1,000 more passes made at the Daytona Road Course. Now that has a lot of factors. There's more passing points. There's more areas to pass, is what I was trying to say. I don't know why I said points, but there's a lot of factors that go into that. But I just found that interesting. A stat that probably doesn't mean anything. And again, obviously, since it was a boring race, doesn't mean just because it has a high amount of passes doesn't make it a better race. But I just found that stat interesting and wanted to put it in. So please don't complain in the comments. Obviously, the Cup cars will be returning to the road course at the beginning of 2021 for the Busch Clash, which should be interesting and probably will play a part in its potential future in NASCAR, depending on how that race goes. But should they come back during the season? For now, I'm going to have to give it a solid no, because I think most people can agree the infamous Coke Zero 400, or I guess firecracker race, is a lot more entertaining and will generate a lot more viewership than its road course counterpart. and the road course just isn't really good enough to take away another date, except for maybe Pocono, and I feel like there's better and more deserving tracks like Road America, Canadian Tire. Yes, I know Canadian Tire will never actually get a cup date, but a guy can dream. And I think those are tracks that are all probably more deserving than that of the Daytona road course and will generate better races in my opinion. However, I don't think NASCAR should completely can the idea of running at the Daytona road course. I was a huge fan of the Xfinity race that ran the day prior to the Cup race, and it was really what I expected from the Cup race the following day. The race started out somewhat boring, which is expected as the drivers were learning the track, but as the race developed, we got to see a great Stage 2 battle between championship contenders Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric, and it was looking like another fight was near before a late race caution changed the complexion of the race. The restarts were awesome, and we saw that just about every car missed the turn on the second to last restart, similar to the first Roval race. It also seemed like every lap you saw someone make a mistake and you were trying to see who was going to be the next one. And now, most of this was probably because you have drivers with not nearly as much experience as Cup drivers going to a track they've never been to, but it was just entertaining regardless. Considering that the second Daytona Oval race is not as much of a staple as the second Daytona Oval race for the Cup Series, I think the Xfinity Series should be able to run at the Daytona road course next year. I would like to see that. If it's white like it was this year, which maybe just because they've never ran there and there was no practice, maybe that made the race interesting. But I think it should at least get one more shot in the Xfinity Series. And just like how the Brickyard Oval was replaced by the Indy Road Course, I think you just do the same thing there. Have it on the same weekend as the second Daytona race, and run it then. But that is all for today. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think that the Daytona the Daytona road course, should that road course be in the NASCAR Cup Series? Should it be like I said and go to the Xfinity Series? Or do you not even want to see it in the sport of NASCAR for as long as you live? Let me know down below in the comments section, and I will be sure to answer your guys' comments. And that is all I got for today, so I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, stop wasting my time.